Guillain-Barré syndrome, also known as GBS. What is GBS? It is an autoimmune, acute in onset, demyelinating polyneuropathy which leads to ascending type of paralysis, mostly flaccid type of paralysis. Pathology. It usually occurs post-infection, mostly by Campylobacter jejuni. The other organisms are cytomegalovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, then we have HIV, hepatitis E virus and Zika virus. These are the other organisms, but mostly it is done by Campylobacter jejuni, which enters into the body through food. Now how it occurs? This is the organism Campylobacter jejuni. It has lipopolysaccharide on its cell surface, which resemble the ganglioside receptors which are present on the plasma membrane of the nerve cells. Now, whenever a foreign body enters into the body, then antibodies are produced. Now, these antibodies are unable to differentiate between self and non-self. So, as a result, they target the ganglioside receptors which resemble the lipopolysaccharide on the surface of Campylobacter jejuni and cause demyelination of the nervous tissue. Now, why these gangliosides are present only in the nervous tissue? Because they are more abundant here and not present in much amount in other tissues. Subtypes. There are 4 subtypes, that is acute inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy, AIDP, acute motor axonal neuropathy, AMN, acute motor and sensory axonal neuropathy, AMSAN, and Miller-Fisher syndrome. These are the 4 subtypes of GBS. Now, in AIDP, autoantibodies are formed against the myelin sheath. Now they bind with the myelin component, they cause the activation of complement, causing the formation of membrane attacking complex. After the formation of membrane attacking complex, the process of degeneration starts. Then after degeneration, the macrophages invade the myelin sheath and scavenge it. This is AIDP. Now in AMAN and AMSAN, what happens? GM1 and GD1A are the gangliosides which are mostly present at the nodes of Ranvier. Now, antibodies against GM1 is known as IgG anti-GM1 and GD1A is anti-GD1A. They bind with them. Now, membrane attacking complex is again formed. Another problem is that the voltage gated sodium ion channels are also present here at the nodes of Ranvier, due to which there is failure in nerve conduction. And so after formation of membrane attacking complex, the macrophages again entered into the periaxonal space and cause the scavenging of the axons. Another subtype is Miller-Fisher syndrome. It involves anti-GQ1B antibodies. It is a triad of 3 things: ophthalmoplegia, areflexia, and ataxia. Clinical features. There is rapidly ascending muscle weakness. The muscle weakness, that is ascending, means first it occurs at the lower limbs and then it occurs in the upper limbs. Then weakness, which is more marked proximally than distally. Pain can be present. Sensory impairment may or may not be present. Paresthesia is present. Loss of superficial and deep reflexes, as it is a lower motor neuron lesion, and decrease in muscle tone. The differential diagnoses are hypokalemic paralysis and spinal shock. Investigations we do is CSF study, and nerve conduction study. CSF study, one thing we have to keep in mind that GBS is areflexic flaccid paralysis with albuminocytological dissociation. Albuminocytological dissociation means that the albumin count increases but the white blood cell count remains constant. Now protein increases 100 to 1000 milligram per deciliter, that is actually increase in albumin, and it usually occurs after 10 days because it takes 10 days for the demyelination of the nerve roots to occur and the proteins to accumulate in the subarachnoid space. Hence we do two studies, that is the CSF study and the nerve conduction study. Treatment we give, there are two. One is general treatment, another one is the specific treatment. General treatment is physiotherapy to prevent bed sores and deep vein thrombosis, eye care, and bladder and bowel care. And specific treatment that we do is IV immunoglobulin therapy and plasma pheresis. What are the complications? The complications of GBS are respiratory paralysis and bulbar palsy.